Welcome back to Exertion Sports. My name is Myles.
And I'm Cody. Today we're going to be going over the Monday major matchups. These are going to be the games that we recommend you watch this week.
Let's see.
So here we go. Starting on Monday, the 12th of August, we're looking at the New York Yankees versus the Baltimore Orioles.
That's correct. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of games to stay, but if you're a big Yankees fan or even an Orioles fan, this is a big day for you. You got a doubleheader. In fact, your first game is going to be kicking off at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then after that game, as long as the weather doesn't interfere with that, of course it could delay it, you're going to have another game about 7:05 p.m. that night as well. And I mean, it's the Yankees. This is one of the biggest brands in regards to football. Baseball. This is one of the biggest brands in regards to baseball, so this is definitely one to check out.
Absolutely. In fact, Yankees are one of the biggest teams in all of sports globally.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there are going to be a lot of viewers for that game regardless of who they're playing. Fun fact, my first baseball game was the Braves versus the Orioles.
Oh.
All right, guys, now on to Tuesday, the 13th of August. We've got the Cleveland Indians versus the Boston Red Sox.
Yes, this is going to be a big matchup in regards to the race of the American League wild card. This is going to be at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and definitely shaping up into the playoffs. It's definitely one to watch out because, the Red Sox is a big team as well as the Cleveland Indians, so that's definitely one you want to keep up with.
All right, and up next is Wednesday, August 14th. We've got the LA Galaxy versus the FC Dallas.
That is correct. This is going to be a big matchup in regards to MLS playoff. So LA is third in the Western Conference, and Dallas is going to be sixth in the Western Conference. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the one you had issues with, plays for the LA Galaxy. He's definitely going to be a big factor. Seeing how well they're going to roll off into the MLS Cup there. Of course, the top 7 teams in each conference will get into the playoffs. And so with LA being at the top, they're trying to fight to keep at the top. Dallas is trying to keep into that playoff, kind of the berth, sort of wild card sort of thing. So they're trying to keep into that position.
Really interested to see how that plays out. All right, guys, up next we have Thursday, August 15th. We're looking in the NFL for these games. It's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a big game for me.
For me as well. First off, football is back. I know it's just preseason, and that's kind of rough, but we do get to see kind of how the early, the depth of a team. See if there's anyone that's a breakout who is willing to put forth the effort to make it into the league. And there's a lot of questions that will be answered during this time. Some of the biggest ones in regards to both the Jaguars and the Eagles are their quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
That's why I put them in regards to our players to watch in this matchup, because you have Carson Wentz who's coming off the injury. He may have paper mache legs. We'll see
how it goes.
So we'll see if he's able to have the durability. Speaking in regards, I think that the success of the Philadelphia Eagles rests on his health this year. So it's going to be great to see how he comes back with that. And speaking of his former teammate, Nick Foles, this is literally going to be the first game officially for Nick Foles in another uniform as the starter. So he's going to be able to play for the Jaguars. We're going to get to see how he plays there and kind of see how he feels. Probably in the first quarter, first drive. They're not going to play a whole lot being the first game, but they're going to get a good feel to at least put the pads on and see what it's like playing the hot sun.
Absolutely, I agree. And one thing I'm really interested to see in this matchup is how Nick Foles does this early in the season. Because usually what we've seen in the past few seasons is Nick Foles having to take over due to an unfortunate injury with the primary quarterback, Carson Wentz. And he has excelled. He's taken them through the playoffs, and he's done a great job.
Super Bowl.
Absolutely. So let's see if he can keep that magic alive at a new team. All right. So up next we have Friday, August the 16th, another NFL game to look out for. It's going to be the Chicago Bears versus the New York Giants.
This is, of course, it's going to be the first preseason game. One of the biggest things I'm looking for is the quarterback position the Giants are having. Because, of course, they got Eli, who is getting older. He seems like he just does good enough. Are actually going to get to see, does Daniel Jones live up to the hype of being a first-round quarterback, draft pick? This has been the biggest talk. Everybody's talked about how the Giants have had a horrible offseason, which is true. One of the biggest issues, they lost Odell. Now it's literally Saquon is the all-star of that team. Now, with Eli getting older, I do appreciate Eli and all that he's done for these years. He's the only quarterback, besides Nick Foles, But I mean, he beat Brady twice in the Super Bowl, so he's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. But unfortunately, he's coming towards the end of his career. He's not performing as he once was, and he just can't pull out that magic that he used to. So it looks as if Daniel Jones will be taking that lead spot there. So we won't get to see that, but I think it's a great opportunity for him to perform as he's facing the Bears defense, which is one of the best defenses in the league currently.
Oh yeah, that's not questionable.
Yeah, they were dominating last year. They were like very well. I can't remember. I know they were definitely in the top 5, if not the top 3. They were a very solid team last year.
It'll be very interesting to see how that goes, especially to see what kind of symmetry that the Giants have, and I would even go as far as say what kind of synergy that the Giants have, because they've got a lot of factors that could potentially go well, but they also have a lot of factors that people are guessing it's not going to go that well. So let's definitely see and keep a close eye on that game. All right, guys, and so moving right along, we're down to Saturday, August 17th, a game that I'm personally invested in. The NFL will host the Dallas Cowboys versus the Los Angeles Rams in pretty much a playoff rematch.
Yeah, it is a playoff rematch last year. This is the one where this one was in LA, where the Rams did go on to eventually get to the Super Bowl, which they did lose there. But this is going to be a big question mark in regards to the we continue to talk about this, which is so important. Will Zeke be back? Signs are pointing to no. He's not going to be back in time for this game. He may not be back for the regular season. We're going to have to see if he does a holdout, such as like Le'Veon did. But 2 years out, that's the question mark. That's just something we've never seen before. A player 2 years out holding out in regards to not playing. Like Le'Veon did it, and he held out the whole year, but it was his last year. And Zeke's 2 years out, so is he not going to play for 2 years, or are they he's going to force them to trade? So we're going to have to see about that. Also with the Rams, see if they have that Super Bowl hangover, because one of the most difficult things to do is bounce back from a Super Bowl loss. We've seen it time and time again. Even teams, except for the Patriots, that win the Super Bowl can potentially struggle in the next year.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we've seen that time and time again for sure. I mean, just look at Atlanta and the way that they struggled after they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Carolina did as well.
You know, it's a story that keeps telling itself. One thing that I will say as a Dallas Cowboys fan, I really hope that we can get this Zeke situation figured out in a respectful way and in a way that doesn't hurt too many players. But with that being said, as you know, Myles and I talk about a lot, there's a salary cap in the NFL.
Yeah.
And so decisions have to be made, and we'll see if what Zeke's doing pays off for him or not. All right, and so moving on down to the next game, we actually have 2 games for Saturday the 17th. The next one's going to be Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not familiar for you.
If you've seen the pronunciation videos, you understand.
Yeah, so Real Madrid is going to be facing Celta Vigo. This is the first game for both teams in La Liga. This is a big question mark in regards to Real Madrid. How is the midfield going to play back? Are they going to get James Rodriguez back? Because there was talks about that, keeping him after the 2-year loan from Bayern, as well as Eden Hazard. Is he going to be able to make up and be that star? They also added more to their defense this year and their attack. So we're really going to have to see, can Real Madrid bounce back ever since the Ronaldo? This is year 2 without Ronaldo, so are they going to be able to do that? Really excited about that. Also, the questions at goalkeeper is you have the Courtois versus Navas. Who is going to be in the goal? Who is going to be their goalie? Personally, I think it should be Navas. I'll teach you more about it. But yeah, Navas, I think, is a better goalie than Courtois. He's proven himself over the years. But this is a great one because Celta Vigo is not a team to count out. They're one of the top Spanish teams. They're not necessarily to the caliber of Real Madrid and Barcelona with the history, but they have been putting a lot of threat on the Spanish Cup. They've not necessarily won the big Champions League or anything like that, but they have done stuff. I think that they actually threaten very often more in the Copa del Rey, but that's going to be a definite matchup to see, especially since this is match day 1 for La Liga.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a great game for me personally because I'll be able to get invested into the sport.
We'll have to watch the
match. Yeah, we'll definitely have to watch that together and get some real insight there for me. So I'm excited about that. All right, guys, and for our final game that we recommend you watch for this video, we're looking at Sunday, August 18th. We're looking at Chelsea versus Leicester.
Yes, this is definitely going to be a great one. These are 2 of the top teams in the Premier League. So Chelsea, they have a lot of questions in regards to, like, are they going to be able to replace Hazard? And Hazard was the one that does play for Real Madrid now. That was the one I was talking about previously. He made the transfer in over the summer where he now plays for that. But they did sign one player, the American boy wonder, Christian Pulisic. Pulisic is he has been transferred out of Borussia Dortmund, which is a German team, so now he plays in the Premier League with Chelsea. And we know Leicester won the Premier League just a few years ago. And this is going to be very big in regards to, can someone take down Man City, as they have won and dominated the league there for a couple years in a row. They've won the Premier League, not necessarily European-wise in Champions League, but can someone else get the English crown? And this is on match day 1 coming up all weekend, any of the Premier League, even on Sunday. Just in regards to soccer, this is a great day if you are trying to get into soccer or something, especially if you're waiting for the NFL football season to start back. This is definitely something you would like to watch if you want to get into soccer, because this is match day 1 of the season, and this can set the pace.
Definitely going to have to keep up with that as well on my end. So guys, any of you who don't watch soccer, follow the journey with me. And, you get in there, watch it, get a new sport under your belt. From what I've seen, it's a very fun sport to watch. So we'll have to go ahead and go on that journey together. But that's all we have for today as far as games that you should watch. We definitely appreciate you making it all the way to this part of the video. And we hope that you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get updated when we have more videos. Talk about the games in the description, or rather in the comment section down below. Let us know what you thought about them after you watch them. Come back to the video, have a discussion. Use the comment section as a forum of your own, because we really like to get engaged with you guys.
Also, if there's a game that you think that we should have included in the weekly major matchups, let us know, because that's definitely feedback we would like to see as well. And I might catch one of those games if it's available.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys.